The course. For more on that course, let's take a look at our GoPro course preview with Mike Mason.
What's up, guys? This is Mike Mason. We're out here in Austin, Texas. I'm about to give you guys a preview of the Speed and Style track. Check it out.
All right, Mike Mason getting through the little chicane here. You can see the track's a little dry right now. Go through a couple of bumps, little off-camera roller over the corner with the first hit right here. Nice little back flip. Here, you're gonna come into some rhythm. He did 3 and 2. The guys sometimes might do 2-3, who knows what they're gonna do there. A little double out of the corner and some stadium whoops. I think stadium whoops are gonna be a point that can make a big difference in this speed and style competition. Of course, there's another trick with the other big hit that'll be the score during this competition, and then back through the there is a lap on the speed and style track.
Well, very unique to have 2 hits on the speed and style course. And looking at the lineups here, there are 4 quarterfinals. We've already had quarterfinal number 1, Ronnie Feist versus Jared McNeil. McNeil advanced in that one. Feist having some problems on the jumps there. We are ready, though, for quarterfinal number 2, and this is between Blake Bilko Williams and Matt Ribot. So the Swiss rider in the blue versus the Aussie rider in the black on the red bike. This should be quite an awesome contest.
Look at Ribot choosing to go to the outside. Goes for 3-2 off the start.
Oh, he was trying to cut inside and oh, it almost worked.
Now he's gonna have to make up some difference there because he wasn't able to do that double out of the corner.
So we know that Bilko's got some big tricks, but so does Matt Ribot. Bilko does have the 360 in his arsenal. Ribot, though, has a lot of good flip tricks. And I think Matt Ribot is going to try racing this again because he knows how well that works for him. Big 3 there from Bilko.
Nice trick from both guys. 3-2 in the corner. Ribot needs to get close. I feel like he needs to get close to Bilko and try and put some pressure on him. You know, this is a fast race. Obviously, on the last lap.
That white flag's out. Both guys going for the upright tricks. Like you say, he really needs to close it down, and he was trying again there. He loves this inside line. We've seen him do that successfully in the past, not so successful today. Wow, went for a late
Oh, and come back there. A little short there.
No, he had that little bit of a fishtail coming into that. He lost some speed, but still went for the backflip. It looks like Blake Williams going to win this one. Ribot really close behind him. Look at the style lead, though, for Williams. Ribot is not going to be able to go through on this one. Looks like Bilko will advance. So Bilko gets the full 50 points for speed, plus 37.5 points for style. Blake Williams through to the semifinals to meet Jared McNeil. And I was really surprised there that Matt Ribot went for that full backflip. You could see coming into that ramp.
Getting a little loose.
He had a little bit of problem with the back wheel.
Oh, this is right off the start. You saw Ribot going for the inside move on Bilko there. Turns out he couldn't jump the double. Here's what you're talking about, Tess, right here, I think.
Well, this is, I think, one of the earlier that, wow, he goes for that knack flip. He comes up short. And then both guys pulling the upright tricks, but Ribot couldn't get close enough to Bilko to really make that passing maneuver, and Bilko's certainly getting the bigger style score because of those huge tricks. And the 360 always plays with the judges. They like that trick because so few athletes actually can execute that trick years after it was first unveiled at an X Games.
Yeah, Bilko putting on a nice exhibition there of how to get those tricks done there. Nice race.
2 quarterfinals already in the books. We are getting ready for quarterfinal number 3. This is Speed and Style. More when we come back. Austin, day 3, and we've been having a lot of fun here in the city of Austin. A very welcoming new host city. Caution, rednecks at play, and I got to admit, I got a redneck from hanging out here at Circuit of the Americas yesterday. Beautiful sunshine, great people, and just absolutely massive, massive crowds. And Oh, as if by magic, here's a shot of a massive crowd ready to watch our Moto X speed and style competition. We're in the quarterfinal rounds. We are now on to quarterfinal number 3, which is between Lance Curry and Chris Foster. Curry, a former gold medalist in this discipline. Chris Foster, the rookie from Canada.
Definitely X Games rookie here on the outside, which I say is a little bit of a disadvantage, so we're going to see how that plays out. Haven't seen much of Foster, so this will give us a good preview of motocross, supercross skills.
Well, we know Foster is a good racer, but Lance Curry, he works a lot. He works with Kerry Hart. You know, Kerry Hart's racing team, he spent a lot of time on the track, and he really has been getting ready for this event. And in the lead right now in the very loud outfit, that is Lance Curry.
Oh, makes a little mistake there. You can see the track pretty slick.
Lance Curry going down there, and it looked like he had that on the landing, so we'll have to see what happened.
Oh, man.
So red flag is out. Chris Foster will be red flagged off the track.
Take a moment here to collect our thoughts.
And Lance Curry now being attended to by our X Games medical.
Take a quick moment to collect our thoughts here.
Looks
So
like
again,
Foster pulled a backflip behind him.
both
So
guys pulled the backflip, and really, you know, it looked like maybe Foster had come up a little bit short, but it seemed that Lance Curry had actually managed to, you know, get both wheels down.
Not sure what happened there, but you saw earlier before he hit the ramp, he made a little mistake. Then he came off the inside, was kind of in the really slippery dirt, and maybe he had something there. He wasn't fully focused because he was slipping. But
And again, we saw that earlier with Matt Rabeau, where he was coming out of the corner and had that little bit of wheel spin on the back. So, well, we will be back to X Games Austin after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Style just a little while ago, Lance Curry took a little bit of a spill on a backflip. We saw him there just pump his fist in the air as our X Games medical team are taking him off the field of play. So we will wait to get an update on Lance Curry. Hopefully everything will be okay there. We're taking all the full precautions, and quite a surprise to see that. We really thought he'd actually got that backflip in the books. Chris Foster coming in right behind him. But again, Lance Curry now, and our X Games medical team taking great care of him. His father, Lance Curry Sr., and his wife, Courtney, are both been talking to him. So we will await an update from X Games medical on that one. And talking to his wife, Courtney, giving the shocker to the crowd.
that's a great sign.
Awesome sign, but
Great sign.
and again, we take all the precautions in the world with these athletes when any injury happens. So Lance, unfortunately, will not be advancing through to the semifinals. Let's take a look at this one, Jeremy.
Well, it looks like he comes off the jump, sort of under rotates a little, hangs up the landing a little short, and then as you can see, he slides down the landing. The bike starts doing S corners. His head goes off the side and it flicks him over the top there. Unfortunately, when he hit his head, looked like he banged it up a little bit there.
So on hold here at Moto X Speed and Style. Right now, let's check in with Brandon Graham and Louis Vito. Boys.
Well, we'll get you to Speed and Style back in just a moment, but let's get you up to date on all the news and results that's been going on through the first couple of days here at X Games. It's been insane finishes from night one on Thursday to last night, night two. Here we are, day three. X Games Austin, beginning with night one. Of course, Jamie Bestwick getting that 9th straight gold medal in BMX Vert.
You know what I think is insane? We started a new chapter bringing X Games to Austin, and we made history night one
Right.
with Jamie Bestwick winning 9 straight.
Yeah, so Jamie Bestwick making it 9 straight. Oh, by the way, 42 years old. He could win golds well into his 50s at this rate. And then, of course, Jimmy Wilkins in skateboard vert in only his second X Games appearance, winning a gold medal, totally under the radar.
He got the taste of gold in his second one, so I'm excited seeing moving forward how hungry he is, because, you know, once you get that first gold, all you want to do is win.
Right, and of course, Ronnie Renner. Who else is going to win Moto X Step Up? That guy is a machine when it comes to gold medals.
I know. Every year he's the man to beat. I mean, every single year, and that's like a heavy load to carry on your shoulders, because you got to keep constantly pushing your bike higher and higher.
Yeah, and not even to mention Tom Shar, all of 14 years old, winning his first ever gold medal in skateboard big air, beating Bob Burnquist. That was insane. I'll tell you what else I'm loving here at X Games this week. Louis Vito, I think you know a thing or two about Joust, joust.com, xgames.com/Joust. Shall we take a look at the
Moto X Speed and Style quarterfinal number 4. Jeremy, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, this is going to be a killer matchup. Bo Bamberg and Mike Mason, both guys just shredded around this track. So look for a good battle here.
Mason is in the black, Bamberg is in the blue. It astounds me that Bamberg has been to X Games 8 times and has never won a medal. Oh, Mason got a great start.
Well, we've seen already in these races the start. I mean, the start is everything. Getting position off the line is what you need to do.
You know, Mike Mason raced so much arena cross where he's used to racing on these very tight tracks, and he is a great freestyler, so he's managed to combine both of those and won himself so far 3 golds and 1 silver in speed and style competition at X.
Flip.
Both guys going for straight flips, not pulling any tricks. Mason was talking earlier, we heard him talk about playing it safe, but since Bamberg isn't trying to pull any bigger tricks either, this really might come down to the race.
Right now, Mason has what? Wow. Nice whip there from Bamberg.
Ooh, a little misstep there, almost went down. Bamberg we saw in the best whip competition, and he kept going right behind eventual winner of the best whip, Tom Parsons, and we told him that it cost him because we couldn't see his whip, and Parsons went through to win.
I know, they ended up doing a train there. It was Bamberg was really cranking that thing over, and as you can see, Mason taking the win right here. Whoa, see that? Short of a finish line jump.
So Mason gets the full 50 points for speed. His style will be a 33.5. That is enough to take him through to the semifinal where he will meet Chris Foster. So taking a look back at the way this thing started, Jeremy.
You saw Mason just super calm off the line there. Got out of the gate really well. Bamberg wasn't able to tuck it under the inside, and you can see how slick the track is. Once Mason got in the lead, this thing was in the books pretty much.
Oh, Mason did manage to get that heel clicker in there, but you know, he's trying to play it conservatively. But Mike Mason is going to go through to the semifinals of Moto X Speed and Style. Tune in to iHeartRadio and watch the live stream performance of already through to the semifinal competition. First semifinal on the line, Blake Williams versus Chris Foster. And this Foster-Williams matchup should be an interesting one. We didn't see everything out of Chris Foster because, of course, Lance Curry crashed early in that race, which caused a red flag. So the rookie has another chance, but he's going to have to take on the pride of Australia.
He's going to have to get a good start. We saw what Williams did on the first one. He was able to cut underneath. Let's see if he can protect that line from the inside here.
So Bilko in the black goes through, and again Foster dropped back just the way he did in his last heat. And again, Bilko Williams has big style because he has the 360, a bunch of flip combos. So far, Bilko's pulling out a bit of a lead on Foster. Foster coming up a little bit short on that
short, yeah. He's got to get a move on it here. Bilko's going to be pulling away if he doesn't step on the gas, as we say.
There's that 360. The backflip from Foster. We know the judges like that 3. They typically give a pretty high score in freestyle competition to guys who pull 360s, so good news for Blake Williams.
Oh, nice trick out of Foster there.
I like Foster. He's a tall guy. He's a good extension on the bike, and he's pulling up a little bit closer behind Bilko. Oh, Bilko going for another 3, and I didn't see if he managed to pull anything off the bike. He normally does knack 360s or heel clippers, but
Foster coming on here.
Yeah, Foster almost catching Bilko. Got a feeling, though, Blake Williams is going to be going through to the finals in this one. Yes, 86.0 to 80.5. Blake Williams is going to advance. Chris Foster is going to have to fight his way out of the bronze medal round. And if you look at that, really close, 0.5 of a second, probably even closer than that once they got to the finish. It really did come down to the style.
Yeah, I mean, Bilko looking so clean. See Foster hanging the jump up just slightly there. This trick here. Oh, he threw the one-hander off.
One hand off. We missed that as Bilko went by, and Chris Foster pulling just a backflip. It's funny to say just a backflip on a 220-pound motorcycle, but normally you see a lot of pieces being taken off and put back on. So Blake Williams goes through to the final. He's got to be happy about that. Fram presents the Fram Cam. And this one, there's going to be some images from Mike Mason's quarterfinal run.
Look at that, nice hole shot. Holds Bamberg back. Nice extension on the trick he's pulling there. Mason just steady, looking great out there on the track. A little short on the finish line, but other than that, it was pretty perfect.
So Mike Mason coming up in the next semifinal. He would love to get through and meet this guy in the finals. Bilko, I got to tell you, Bilko, one of the most entertaining guys on the circuit. Always got a smile on his face. He's out here with his dad, Big Tommy, all the way from Australia, and ready to do battle now. He's already got a speed and style silver. I know he'd love to get a gold. I'm actually really interested in this semifinal because Jared McNeil surprised me with how big his flip trick was, but he also looks really fast.
Well, I thought so too. I think you're right, Tess. McNeil was real quick and pretty aggressive on that first race, and this is going to be a good one.
The NBA Finals are on ABC Sunday as San Antonio hosts Miami. Game 2. NBA countdown begins at 7:30. Then it's the Heat versus the Spurs. Game number 2, the NBA Finals at 8 on ABC. Semifinal number 2. Jared McNeil is in the blue, and Mike Mason is in the red and black. Again, I'm very impressed with McNeil.
I agree. Mason's going to have to concentrate here to get that start, because you know McNeil, he was really aggressive. I was pretty surprised by that. He won.
But Mason has that inside line. We see that's being the favored line, and he's so smooth and so quick off the line. Here we go. Quick start. Oh, McNeil trying to find his way through the inside.
Nice. You see him running over the barrel there.
How are they going to call that? Oh!
Mason was like, nope, I'm not having any of that.
Now, they said
goodbye.
There will be no T-boning. But that wasn't really a T-bone. That was kind of like a chop.
It was kind of like a bump. Okay, he threw it in there.
So he kind of, payback, right? So Jared McNeil goes for the first corner around that barrel. And Mike Mason's not having any of that. He's like, I got 3 golds in this competition.
Yeah. Getting out of here is what he's thinking.
And with this slick track, though, it really was. I mean, it was a pretty easy takedown there.
Well, I think all you got to do is just slam it in there a little bit, get the guy's wheels sliding. It's so slick out there.
It's great to see Jared McNeil with these big flip tricks too. Mike Mason though has a really massive lead and some good strong tricks so far. Just pulls the straight flip on that one. Oh, little bit of tail wag there from Jared McNeil, but he's charging, trying to catch up to Mike Mason.
Yeah, he's putting in some work there, just trying to get a little speed.
Okay, Mason over. Obviously, he will get the full 50 points for speed. Gonna have to wait to see what the style score is and what the officials say about the semi-rough riding, let's call it.
I think what Mike Mason has to fall back on that is McNeil ran over the barrel, stuffed him out of the way.
Oh,
in
look
the
at
first
that.
turn. And I was wondering if they were going to have some
good.
words.
That's good sportsmanship. It was either going to be a, you know, throwing it or
look at, here we go. Check this out. McNeil's like, oh, I'm going up the inside. And then Mason's like,
And then the very next corner, Mike Mason's like, oh, hey, what's going on?
Mason's got a little arena cross experience, and you have that stuff happen a lot of times.
The unfortunate thing is then Jared McNeil actually has to push that bike up the hill to get back on and get it started.
So the good thing is when they pulled in, you could see McNeil laugh, and he's like, hey, I had to try something, right?
Interestingly enough, we don't have a result, and that is because I believe they are reviewing the video. Judges reviewed it, and yeah, Mason going through to the finals to meet Blake Bilko Williams. It's going to be a great speed and style final here from Circuit of the Americas when X Games Austin returns. This is the bronze medal match. Jared McNeil is racing towards the checkered flag. Has he done enough to beat Chris Foster? Jeremy, what are you saying?
Well, I think he has. Foster was a few seconds back.
Look at how close it is. They both get an identical style score. That surprises me. But because Jared McNeil came over first, he gets the full 50 points for speed. So Jared McNeil, he was the alternate coming into this competition, and he finally gets himself X Games bronze.
Look at that. Nice turn down whip. Kind of an alley-oop style, just so clean. Foster throwing a good whip there.
And this just tweaked out style, I really love watching Jared McNeil ride. I mean, just absolutely sick whips every time, and one-handed takeoff to the no-handed whip.
Wow, that's cool. We know he can whip it. This kid can whip that bike around. It's awesome.
So your bronze medalist, Jared McNeil. Last night in step-up, he was handling the wooden blocks for eventual silver medalist Bryce Hudson. But today he actually gets himself an X Games medal. Great bronze matchup between these two, and a good debut for Chris Foster from Canada. Known for his free riding, but now he's announced himself on the X Games stage. That will lead us to the gold medal matchup. Blake Bilko Williams from Australia against Mike Mason from the US of A. Mason has 3 golds and a silver in speed and style. Blake Williams has 1 silver.
Mason on the inside.
Mason again got that preferred line.
Let's see if Bilko can make something of it here.
And Bilko, he's not renowned for being the quietest of guys. I got a feeling he's really going to go for this. Try and tuck it into the inside. Right here. Oh, didn't go for it.
Mason, the veteran that he is, kind of blocks off the first turn there. Really good.
What we do know, though, is that Bilko has been getting the higher style scores because he's got the bigger tricks, but Bilko will want to pull a 360, and because of that, he needs to make sure he's got enough room next to Mike Mason when they get up to the ramp.
Yeah, I wonder if that will affect him if he's too close. Oh, nice three.
No problem there, pulling that 3. And I'm going to say of these two, Blake Williams definitely has the bigger tricks.
So if he has his bigger tricks, then he needs to stay as close as he can, even if he doesn't come across the line first.
Stay within that 1 second, and that differential could work for you. So far,
Kind of on the verge right now. He's got to stay
pretty
close.
much, oh yeah, look at that neck and neck. It's 3 points difference though in style right now. Wow, there we go. Oh, nice underflip from Mason. We haven't seen that yet. The three, maybe it was the one-handed three there from Blake Williams. Big surprise though. Mike Mason in the gold medal match delivers. Is it going to be enough? Mason crosses first. He will get the full 50 points. Again, short of that on the finish line. So, 2.5-second difference. It's official. Mike Mason takes his 4th gold in speed and style at X Games, and he unleashed that big underflip. Was a surprise,
Wow.
Jeremy.
We hadn't seen that all night.
He was just pulling regular old backflips until now. Great result for Mason, though. That was a bold move towards the end. He knew that Bilko had the big 360s, and he made the big move himself. Earned him the gold.
Yeah, that was awesome. Mason, I don't think, didn't lead a lap. He led every lap. Very nice.
Great result for Mason. For continued coverage of all things X Games, log on to xgames.com. Coming up next, ABC World News with David Mirror, or your local news except on the West Coast. We got more action to go tonight at 8 on ESPN. Be sure to join us.
X Games Austin is brought to you by RoboCop.